Hey, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. I want to say double honors to our apostles who are elders, who rule well, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Another blessings and salutations to the innumerable multitude which endure the truth and sincerity as well, which are the women and children and the men that follow this truth and sincerity. So today we want to go into just the prophecies. It's really an open forum, just with, due to the weather. So we're going to do a sit down, man, and we're going to go to Romans, start off with Romans 13 and 11, just as the foundation or pillar scripture. As I said, it's going to be an open forum, so whoever got it, let's get it.
So Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Speak up, brother.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Yeah, and this precept cannot be more jumping off the page than this time right now, man. Now is high time to awake out of sleep, man. All right. And what does that mean to wake out of sleep? All right. Let's get that Micah, or was that Micah 2 and 10?
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Yeah,
this place can make you sleep spiritually. All right. And it'll make you sleep spiritually through its doctrine, its belief systems. Let's get the people think themselves to be in good case. Because Babylon will get you going. Okay.
2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, they think themselves to be all right. Everybody, the victuals, which means, and that cheap, which means pretty much readily available. Okay? Because everything is expensive now, but it's still readily available. Gas is still available, cars, food. Okay?
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, that's right. So, people would normally be at ease long, because you got to think about it. You go into a grocery store, like even when you go in there nowadays and you start seeing them shelves get empty, you're going to be like, oh snap, man, something's happening. Make you want to start getting and tapping into your survival instincts. Okay? But food is still coming, and victuals are still coming, and the Wi-Fi is still working, the water's still pumping. All these regular commodities that people don't take into consideration, man. I ain't gonna lie, I often watch a lot of Walking Dead series. Like, man, you see a lot of the stuff that people go crazy in them apocalypse movies. The stuff that people need is normally, shelter, food, shelter, and water, man. But we can go ahead.
I wanted to get that definition of high time. It says, Strong's G 56 and 10, a certain definite time or season fixed by natural law and returning with the revolving year. So a specific time, and they use a revolving year in the sense of, you got springtime. We know what happens in springtime. The grass starts to get green, the tree, the flowers start to bloom and blossom. Wintertime, they die, so within this being a high time, it's a specific time to awake out of sleep. It's time to snap out of the BS. It's time to be watching and seeing what's going on, because as I said, it's a high time to wake out of sleep. It's a specific time in itself,
And this that time, let's get that in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. All right.
This is 2nd Ezra.
We're supposed to know that pretty much what's going on. You're supposed to pay attention, because we're watchmen. All right. If you consider yourself to be an Israelite, you're supposed to be upon the walls of the watch. Now these heathen and 2/3, they were heathen are watching. There's some Jake that are watching too. you know. But the bulk of them, they're sheep, man, being led to the slaughter via through the programming of, you know, society, man, via through the phones and TV and schooling, okay?
2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And it says, measure thou the time diligently within itself, okay? Meaning what? You're supposed to be connecting dots, putting things together, okay? Paying attention, you know? And just side note, you know, you definitely can't jump to conclusions because there's so many lies out there, so much AI, you know, that you don't want to just hop out. You got to, you know, double, triple fact check things, man. Because Esau's putting so much lies out there, you want to know what's up and what's down, you know.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Yeah, there you go. So you paying attention. What is the times we talking about? Famine, MOTB, all right, a concentration camp, second coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, chariots, okay? We're looking at all the prophecies, man, all right? And I'm going to say, go ahead and say it because hey, these other camps aren't truly going into it. They're stuck in the current events, all right? Like IUIC out there marching, and Sakari out there, you know, for the immigration. You know, which is another thing is that was talking about the Lincoln Act. Pretty much they can snatch, you know, immigrants up, you know, for jaywalking, like the brother was saying, you know, doing anything illegal, you know. But nowadays, damn near everything is beginning to be illegal. And I was trying to look up where they was talking about, you know, saying certain things against the government is illegal. Medical misinformation is bad now. They're going to make that illegal. Bill Gates is talking about that, man. And these elites are talking about making certain things that regards to free speech illegal. Now, the Lincoln Act is pretty much giving the ability for the U.S. government to detain immigrants that they find, and specifically illegal immigrants, and then ship them out to Guantanamo Bay, right? And all this happens without due process, for real, you know. And a young thug, you know, the Slim Thug, he found his daughter at the border, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, after his daughter mom went AWOL and he ended up finding her at the border. You don't know. She probably could have got taken up, and then the kid could have got left or something, you know, or you know what I'm saying? She got snatched up or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that Jay could be out here protesting again, because and Esau can group you in with them. You don't have to literally be a immigrant to get snatched up or be mistaken as one, because Gad is getting mistaken as immigrants. And who's going to say what when you get snatched up? You know, the government can snatch you up and they say, well, nobody will know the wiser because you're just snatching people up. They're going to just say, oh, that was an immigrant. So if a person see it in public, they're going to say, oh, he must be an immigrant. He must be Haitian. He must be this. He must be that.
Yep.
Okay?
Beautiful.
And you get taken up out of there, and they really targeting you. And they got the technology. They got the face scanning, all right, through Walmart. So they can have... They're watching groups, okay? They're watching groups. Matter of fact, I'm going to play this audio real quick. I was saving this for a lesson, but hey, it's through the spirit we hear. You know, I'm going to play this audio real quick because they're watching groups of people that do certain things online, man, whatever group you in, you know?
You know, Asian markets, different like body shops and stuff where foreigners work. They keen in on these places to what's it called? When you unfairly target a group of people.
Discriminate or
Prejudice.
It's a specific term. Yeah, I can't. Go ahead.
But yeah. So, and the thing is, that's another point. They're not going to go after these Asians, and they ain't going after the Chinese. They ain't going after the Germans. There's a lot of immigrants out here. They going after Jake, man. They're gonna target Jake. And let's get that. Some shall be thrown into prison. Let's get that real quick. For my namesake, but I'm gonna get this real quick to show that they're spying in on things that Jake is doing online, man. Okay.
You want it right now?
So you saw something on my Facebook
Real
on the Facebook group and decided to come to my personal residence to give me information about peaceful protest?
Yes.
So are the Peterborough Police, no, you're with OPP? Are you guys now monitoring people's Facebook pages or Facebook groups to who comments as to what their status updates are or what they're doing or
So
within the group?
Just because of the protests happening province-wide, yes, we have been monitoring the protests.
Okay.
So there's a protest coming up. I'm simply providing you with information about a peaceful protest, and now I'm leaving.
So the Ontario Provincial Police are watching what people are doing on Facebook in different groups, whether or not they're commenting, participating, liking, and you guys are now doing service calls. I'm hoping that you guys aren't going to waste our tax dollars continuing to do this to everybody, but now it's nice to know that we're being...
Yeah, so they're circling. They're watching there's laws passed. You know, Obama. Shout out to Obama. He passed a law where you it's legal for you to go online because when probably early 2000s, 90s, you can call in sick and be on Facebook or at the time MySpace, chilling at a party, and your boss couldn't do anything about it. Okay. But that law was passed, but now it's progressed. The law was passed to the point that they see you online and say, "Oh man, you wasn't sick yesterday. You was at a party. I'm about to fire you," and you can be fired. Okay, and pretty much judged for online things. Rappers getting caught up in the music because it used to be a point you could say anything. You know, now they playing your music in the courtrooms. Okay, so they're able to use your free speech and things you do out in public to judge you, in the future. They're even creating a computer. I forget the name of this damn computer. This new software that they created. Pretty much, they're saying that it's so fast that it creates its own parallel universe. You know. If anybody could look it up, you could. It's computer software that could create a parallel universe or something like that. But the whole point is that they this computer pretty much can Doctor Strange shit. Okay. It runs a bunch of simulations, and it's so smart that if it comes up with two simulations, that both simulations are so accurate that it has to be in another world. That's what they're saying. It don't make any sense, but this is Esau his technology, man. It's his pseudoscience.
The
Quantum
Stargazer
chip?
person?
Yeah, the quantum chip. That's what it is, the quantum chip. I think it's a quantum chip. I think that's it.
Willow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Willow. Can we get some on that? Sure.
Says meet Willow, our state-of-the-art quantum chip. It says the Willow is a major step on a journey that began over 10 years ago. I'm trying to find a. Okay, it says that when I founded Google Quantum AI in 2012, the vision was to build a useful, large-scale quantum computer that could harness quantum mechanics, the operating system of nature, to the extent we know it today. Let me see. 10 septillion years on one of today's fastest supercomputers. Willow's performance on this benchmark is astonishing. It performed a computation in under 5 minutes that would take one of today's fastest supercomputers 10 septillion years to compute.
That's some power.
For real.
That is some power.
Yeah, I mean they talking about that, man, but it's there's a point in there that they say pretty much that it can read the future in essence, and so that's what they're trying to do, because pretty much this Willow chip would be the technology that would forget the show, man. Was it Judge Dredd or something like that? The movie. But it was like with Tom Cruise, and he was able to watch people and see what crime they was gonna do, and he'll stop them before
Minority
they.
Report.
Yeah, Minority Report. He'll see what they're doing, and that's what that Willow chip is gonna simulate. That's what they're trying to get to is, simulating what people will do in the future. They've created a technology. Matter of fact, I got it here. They created a technology that watches how you respond to what you're watching. So if I'm watching TV, they're able to read if I'm upset, happy, receptive, paying attention. Because they got the technology out now. If you do security or something of that nature, and your eyes, you're in that security car, and your eyes get off that road, it's gonna say your eyes is not, you're not paying attention, and they'll tell you look straight. Okay, it does that in the trucks. So yeah, you're being monitored on a very high level, and eventually it's gonna turn into 100% monitoring, and as they say, they're competing with China, man. All right,
Yeah.
Trump is competing with China, and China's a communist country. All right, you're never gonna win that competition if you're practicing democracy, because you got a people that's,
That's a good point.
you have to be a janitor, you have to be this. Only a certain amount of people could do this, and this is how the money's going to be spent. There's no way that a bunch of people doing their own thing is going to beat slaves. It's not happening. They're whipping them to work. You gotta work a certain amount of hours. You can't have these many amount of babies. You can't eat this much. You can't do all this to our economy. You can't, and it's illegal. Well, you got niggas that I don't feel like doing it right now. I'll do it later. I want to do it 10 times as much. It's mine. It's not mine. And you got all that, and you're talking about that's gonna trump communism through your wits and your advanced science. No, it takes the economy to trump. Technology ain't gonna get you nowhere, because at the end of the day, you can have the fastest jet in the world, but if you don't got nobody to use it on, no reason to use it, how you gonna use it?
Yeah, you got a billion people moving in one direction for the same purpose, opposed to 300 million individuals doing what they want to do. Who's gonna get the goal accomplished quicker?
Sparta, what is your profession?
Yep. So that really don't make sense. That's why I say that, man. But yeah, I wanted to. Oh, here we go. I found it. No, it's for healthcare. Salakia, there was one that said they could read your eyes, your demeanor, and you gotta think about it. AI is, the one doing this, and I'm thinking about it right now through the spirit with the fucking cell phone towers and shit, man. Not the cell phone tower, but the airplane towers. All these airplanes are going down. You know what I'm saying? And they blaming the what you call those guys? The dudes that's
Traffic control.
Air traffic control, and they're saying that how they got pretty much autistic people up in there, all kind of people up in there doing air traffic control, and I understand why, because autistic people are
Keened in.
Yeah, keened in, so they could lock in on something and all the intricate stuff, and they could pick up on it while they're doing it. So it makes sense, but it's stupid dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But I get the concept. But now that system has failed, Now you got a system that can look at everything, monitor. You got a computer screen that can look and see how many coffees that Shorty made compared to how many coffees this chick made, and then you can determine if she's working hard or not. How much more of air piloting when you add AI into it? Okay, now that screen is going to be picking up who's picking up calls, who's not, but then AI is going to say, hey, this person needs to be fired based off of the evaluation. Or this person needs to be written up. Or this person needs to be sent home. You know, you ain't going to judge you if you're sick. You're fixing something in the background. None of that. It don't have no empathy, understanding of what's going on. It's just that you better work.
Right.
You know? So these planes going down, it could be a ushering in for AI. You know, these autistic kids don't work, so we gotta, you know, come up with a better system, and nobody wants to do that job because it's so stressful. You know what I'm saying? That's a known fact that the air pilot control, a lot of those people don't live long because of the stress, man. Okay, it pays a lot, but it's a highly stressful job. You know, and at the end of the day, what better? You know, I was just watching an article. While we were looking up articles, and it said, now you can, if you want a burger 3 in the morning, this robot will do it for you. And they're pitching it like, hey, you remember how you used to eat late and stay up late, and remember everything was 24/7? Well, now it's back, you know, because humans, no, it wasn't the humans, it was 2020 that stopped that.
Right.
So now you're flipping it and acting like people don't want to work overnight. Which people don't want to work, but they would work overnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the extra money, for the bonus, for the convenience, you know, to spend with their families, spend time with their families, whatever. People mad that Walmart wasn't 24 hours anymore.
Yeah, because that's the best time to shop.
Man.
You know?
Yeah.
It's quiet, man.
Quiet.
All the ratchets be you know, they go. They at the club on full of Hennessy, you know, during the night. You know, we go chop in peace. But
And I was gonna say, as far as the quantum thing, you know, you got the predictive programming, because even though you go into all of this Avengers and all of that, like you speaking about Doctor Strange in the multiverse, where they had Ant-Man. What happened with Ant-Man? He got stuck in what? The quantum realm. His girl mom got stuck down there, so then they had the whole movie where they was actually in the quantum realm. All right, so it's all of these little buzzwords and movies and shows that they come. They're showing you. It's just they're bringing shit that they was talking about 10 years ago. I forgot who just brought up.
It's the frog in a boiling pot. You know, you slowly warming it up. You getting them, you easing them into it.
Because you condition people to how they are, that if you just put it on people, then they'll buck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll rebel. So you just slowly, like I said, gradually bringing it in to where you're conditioning them, you know, and warming them up, so to speak, you know?
Yeah, and it's the problem, reaction, solution concept that they do it through, propaganda that they do it through, you know? And it's just slowly getting you accustomed to things. Just like with this QR code, man, that came in 2020. It was already here, so you knew how to use it, but it was for like, you know, like these techie people or Dunkin' Donuts. It was like, you know, once every Walgreens that have the touch screens, but it wasn't every single grocery store that had to where you can, you know, tap the swipe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? QR codes everywhere. So when that great problem from the pandemic came, pretty much saying, oh, no cash, right? All right, we gotta problem solve easy. And how the hell are you gonna solve that problem in a week? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you had to been prepared. That's a technology. It ain't like you got a 50 in your pocket and something happened and, I got it right here. No, man. You was prepared to roll these QR codes out, man.
Yeah. Gradualism.
Okay? That infrastructure talking about, you know, this 5G. Now they're going to 6G. They're trying to go to 6G. Building these supercomputers. Again, it's high time to wake out of sleep. And Jake is sitting here arguing about what's the color, if the Most High is a man or not, if he's a color or not. Okay, you got Christians coming up arguing who should make it and who's not gonna make it. It's plain to see, man. Everybody and their mama know that the Lord is Yahushua is dark skinned. All right, we're past that. We're at the point of talking about these famines, this famine that's gonna come to pass. We're talking about these prophecies, these trumpets that's gonna be blown. The Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, we ain't on a watchtower arguing about the stone was made out of lime or Egyptian jasper and shit like no, bro. Like, look, this wall is built. It's already here. We're Israelites. Deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't believe in it, go your way.
Yeah, go.
You know?
All of a sudden, y'all so quick and hyped to defend the gospel when we, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, was set up to defend the gospel against y'all religion that y'all keeping, y'all been having for centuries.
Yeah, y'all dropped the ball. Christianity has dropped the ball with our people. They failed, and it's manifested. And there's nothing you can do. You can't sit here and be that security guard that ain't even watching the screen, and you're on your favorite game, and then emergency happen. Now you want to tell everybody where they need to be and what to do. It's like, nah, bro. You don't even know what's going on. You know, you telling him to go downstairs. He don't even work downstairs no more. Works upstairs. You ain't been paying attention. Okay? You can't just pop up in this thing because now Israelites has been, we ain't lift the foot off because it's all through the spirit. Okay?
And real quick, you call the beautiful part about this is what everybody claimed to be is going to be tested. All that is going to be tested, and only the elect is going to pass their testing. Period. Christians is going to be tested. Muslims going to be tested. Atheists going to be tested. People calling themselves Israelites is going to be tested. Everybody is going to be tested. Yo, whatever you believe in or don't believe in is going to be tested. Because we just in those times, man. Like the brother said, they arguing about these certain things. And this man is doing his plan that he's been planning since forever. All right? And he's bringing it to pass through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but it shows why people are going to get caught off guard, like how the Lord is coming like a thief in the night, because y'all paying attention to the wrong things, man.
I want to get this precept real quick based off of that. Just real quick. Romans 8:25, it says, "But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." And based off these religions, they don't have any hope. Islam don't have any prophecies. You know, they only tell you it's a cause and effect. You die, you get the 80 virgins and all that. But they don't tell you, hey, and down the line, eventually while you're there, before you die, this is going to happen. And then this is going to happen. Only the scriptures are in the prophecies, and the Christians, even though they deal with the same book, they don't deal in prophecies either. All right, so they don't have any hope. Their hope is here. You know, I often watch and listen to, we listen to brothers' lessons, and then you at work and it's skip, but church stuff start coming on as commercials. To say that, and then they'll say, "Oh, God has a calling in your life that you can do something here, like you're gonna be blessed here." That's all they're talking about is here. Okay, now things are going on here, and we are here, but the Lord is prophesying not about your bills are getting paid, your job is gonna get a better job. He's prophesying about the times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about you. You are not that important that he's like, fuck, I forgot about paying her bills, or she's going through it. Let me stop everything. Or he's going through it. Let me make sure he's okay. Nah, man, the Lord do that for people who do things for the nation, for the world. All right? You ain't out here on no superhero shit for the Lord to really come down. You ain't doing no Moses act. You ain't Samuel. You're not, Yahushua himself. You're not Solomon. All right, you're not like going. Your nation isn't going up against another nation, and nukes are at the. You're not in no situation like that. That the Lord got to come down individually, stop everything, and make sure you're good. I'm doing bad financially, so I'm gonna just go to church, and the Lord gonna activate. No, man. All right, when you go to the Lord, you get enlightened. Okay, You get protected from things that you're enlightened by. Because what is he enlightening us about? The times. Okay? The prophecies, the future. All right? And there's good things within that, and there's bad things within that. And we'll be protected from the bad things as long as we stay within his will. Okay?
I had this precept.
Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and verse 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon the multitude thereof. Right? You know, just like the brothers were speaking on, you know, these prophecies have been spoken very, very vividly. And we see it going on in the news, and here it is, Jake is still arguing about the wrong things. They're arguing about, they want to have debates. You know, like your brother mentioned with the color of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, who's right and who's wrong. But we're telling you through the scriptures via what we see, you know, and that's getting Jake, that's supposed to be getting Jake ready for what's coming down the pipe.
Waking them up in these high times.
You know?
Yeah. We have piped and they have not danced. So,
you know?
it is what it is with it. And that's a beautiful thing because the Lord, that's creating a sifting. And at the end of the day, we're speaking on the evils and you know, but there's also other people, you know, that are speaking up on evils, you know, and Edomites, you know, whistleblowers, you know, let's get that. It said they shall make their tongues to fall upon themselves, you know, and Jake is still, you know, matter of fact, let's get that said, as in the days of Noah, all right? They were eating and drinking and marrying. That's what our people are doing. While the times is getting tight, they're so caught up in what they're doing, you know, what Kendrick's doing. And that's the thing. Like Esau, he goes with the flow too. He knows Jake is getting caught catching on and stuff, so he's going to give you disinformation, somebody like Kendrick, to have you, oh yeah, man, he woke. He talking about it's all a game, man. You know, because everybody knows it's a system, but they're telling you that you need to rise up, that you need to be an individual. I truly believe that they're inciting insurrection, man. You know, the KKK coming out, all right, the immigrants and the protesting, because they've had their experience, tons of experience with protests, to know, okay, if they protest, they normally want to do this, they normally want to act like this, they normally want to, you know, they'll do this in action and want this out of the action. You know, they normally need a leader. They need something to be mad at. They need someone to be mad at. You know, so I'm going to create a direction for them, but I'm a misdirector. Hey, he's over there. Like they do in the movies. Look, he's over there, and then sneak you, and then run away. That's what Esau's trying to do through immigration, all right, using the different presidencies, the two horns, all right, that spake as a lamb. You know, because at the end of the day, why is it that a president come and say, I need to open these borders up, and then the other one comes and say, hell no, we need to close them back? What you needed to open the borders for? Like, what is it? Why was it no, it wasn't no, like, you just had this notion. Nah, man, y'all had a plan. We're going to open the borders up, and then we're going to close it off, and then ship everybody back, but we ain't going to ship just them back. We're going to ship other undesirables back and use that as a lane to get rid of people. And all Esau has all kind of plans, man.
Raise your profile.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
Yeah. Go ahead. Anybody got something?
I forget who said that's Psalm 64 verse 8. It says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Yep, Alex Jones. You know, they reconstructed the whole Epstein Island of bribery. They've destroyed that system and created a new system. You know, it could be digital or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was nothing but a bribery and blackmailing island. You know what I'm saying? And once they got rid of that, they had no use of it. They just got other things, man. You know?
This is Matthew 24:37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, so the days of Noah, All right, what were they doing? They were all into their own world while the prophets were prophesying, just like Jeremiah was prophesying against Babylon. But Jake in Babylon didn't want to hear that, and Jake that was in Israel did not. They specifically did not want to hear it because they were living in their evils and doing their thing. All right, so when Jeremiah was telling Babylon gonna take them down, they got offended, man. All right, and it ain't no different from us telling you that Babylon, a daughter of Babylon, is gonna go down, and you enjoying your stay here, and so you're gonna get offended. Okay, you're gonna say we're in a cult. You're gonna say that we're a hate group. All right, you're gonna say whatever you can say to continue in your to be settled upon your liege, man. Yeah, if you got that, you can bring it out.
This is the book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 1 and verse 12. Yep, it says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Yeah, he will search Jerusalem with candles. Okay? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And he will punish them that are settled upon their lees. Let's get that word lees just for direct edification.
Okay. When you get into that word lees, it goes into the Hebrew word shamar, which says lees, dregs. Also goes into to keep guard, observe, give heed, keep, have charge of, to keep guard, keep watch and ward, protect, save life.
Yeah, you settled on your guard. You pretty much complacent in your spot. You know, sometimes you can be mentally AWOL. I mean, all you're settled upon. Okay, I got this is working. Let's get that. Say not that I have enough. You know. In Sirach, I believe.
This is Sirach chapter 11 and verse 24. Again, say not, I have enough and possess many things. And what evil shall I have hereafter? In the day of prosperity, there's forgetfulness of affliction. In the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity.
There you go. And Jake gonna forget about all that. You know, Don Julio. You know, Runts blunts. You're gonna forget about all that shit that it was so important. You're gonna forget about your J's, okay? All that's gonna go out the window in the famine, in Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that quote from the book of Eli. She was asking him, she was like, hey, yeah, so how was the old world? And he said, people throughout, he said, what people kill for today, people threw out then. You know what I'm saying? And so when things get scarce, it's gonna, like you said, watching, Walking Dead, you shelter, food, water.
Yeah.
You're gonna be worried about all that extra shit, nails and eyelashes and
What's the biggest problem in a black household? One of the biggest problems, water bottles. Who water is this? Who water?
Ain't gonna be no problem.
Ain't gonna be no problem. The bottle and all that. There's plastic, paper, plastic, all this shit is gonna go out the window. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about nobody leaving a water bottle out or a bottle out.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gotta worry about. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't want to eat that. That got, you know, such and such in it. Yeah, I don't like it. Kids, you know, they want to eat dino chicken nuggets and shit like that. That's gonna go out the window. They're gonna be looking whatever you can feed them that's eatable, man. That's edible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says let's get that. It was in Baruch where it says that a woman shall be eating should eat her own children because of the dirt, because of the famine, man.
Can I get this? It kind of matches up with what Yatazak had. It said, Ecclesiasticus 5:1, set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, who shall control me for my work, For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Yeah, because Jake gets so put up. You know what I'm saying? You're not even doing good. It's just that your ends start looking like they're meeting.
Tax time.
Yeah, tax time come around. Your bills are paid. You know, you've got the job that works. So it's just you'll be like, okay, well, I don't have to go hard anymore. I don't have to focus, or I don't have to, be uncomfortable. I'm good.
Yeah, something I ran across. It said it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you can manage. Because you see certain entertainers, they got all this money and they end up being broke because they don't know how to manage their money, or they didn't hire the right financial advisors, and so on and so forth. So all of the goods that we have in this place is not really about that, because we really got to look for what's coming. We got to understand and know that this is temporal, and most people in the world, they think that all of this is permanent. They feel that they eat the way they want and act the way they want and expect to reach the age of 80, age of 90 at the end of the day. And it's like, that ain't possible. Really, to be honest, that's not possible, because at the end of the day, you got to have Yahweh Shai inside, man. You know,
and some people think doing good is the Lord dealing with them. Like it said in that scripture, you really think, I got a family, the Lord must love me. You know? Just like that one chick, Edomite chick, I got my vax, double shot. Clearly God loves me the most, and the Lord took her out, man, because you thought that was the Lord dealing with you.
Yeah.
You know? Your success in this world is tell you, when men speak well of you, you know, that's a bad thing, man. When things that you walk around in Babylon like this, bitch, all right, doing good.
That's not good.
That is, you're in a bad case. All the Edomites love you, you know. Getting 1.4 million views on your video, it's a wrap. You bugged out, man. Because the world will love its own, man.
Yeah.
And this world is given unto the wicked as of right now. That's why the prophets are prophesying against great countries and kingdoms. Okay? And that's what's happening now. The prophets are prophesying against Babylon. Alright? Now we're telling you got to render the seas unto seas. You can't be no Sakari, you can't do all this. But at the end of the day, we're not for this system. And Esau is creating a law to come down on Jake for thinking like that as well, man. Alright? He almost got everything cornered in to where you're gonna be stuck living a certain life. All right, they're gonna be they want to be the new God. They want to be the new religion, a new law. They want to be the Most High, man. They want to reconnect church and state, but they want to be the church and state. Okay, they want to dictate what you do and what you don't do. Okay, who lives, who dies, who gets to be born. They're gonna start dealing with that, man. They're already messing with it through birth control, but it's optional now. But it'll be to the point they'll check your genes, say you're not worthy to have a kid. You can live, but we're only going to let you eat this much, or this is your rations. This is your life. They're choosing, just like the Lord controls the times, they're trying to get to the point to control everybody else's time. Yeah. Reminds me of that series 100, man. The kids committed petty crimes and they sent them down to Earth, because they had to ration the air on a spaceship. So they was finding any reason to determine. But you're going to have AI for that. You born, look at you, or you ain't going to be shit. Give you 2 potatoes and a bottle of water a day, And it's like, well, AI says and AI is never wrong,
And that's it right there. AI, they putting too much trust in they're gonna put too much trust in their AI, technology, to the point where it's like, well, you shouldn't go against it. Like I did a lesson over the flea theory where they speak about, if you put fleas into a jar, they'll try to jump out, but you put a cap on it and leave them for a certain amount of time, they won't jump above that limit. And this article was going into if it's a myth or if it's factual. and it was speaking about we can't really say that it's a fact because there's not enough scientific documentation behind it. Well,
Yeah,
motherfucker, you writing this whole article, you could just went and tried this shit.
Right.
Yeah, they did it. It's just what they're saying is that you're dealing with. They pretty much added bones in there. They did their research and found out that shit works, and they said it's inconclusive. They're using it. You know what I'm saying? They just tell us, well, we don't know for sure because they don't want to tell us that.
It's
Yeah,
y'all-
we
y'all
know
the
y'all the fleas, and I know it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they always do. They tell you the truth and then throw it. Well, we're not for sure. It could possibly be this over here. And have your ass looking at this dumbass statue for hours and it's not nothing real. Now you putting them in a lid with air holes in it or plastic lid, and it's like, nah, bro. They know that shit works, and it's pretty much to conform you, to box you in the same way that they know the same way that they break horses. They know to break human beings like that. They say you could take a thoroughbred horse, and if you afflict it enough, that it'll become a consumer. All it'll do is eat hay and let you do whatever you want with it. And they're doing that through schooling and all that, man. They're doing that through everyday life, man. They're creating people into consumers through affliction. All you want to do is rest and eat, and chill, because you're getting beat up so much, and you don't know any better, so you're not willing to attempt and to do anything to have a bright idea to say, hey, you know what? How about we do it like this? Because only people that can say that are certified people, and that's what they condition us with in this society, man. Nobody's created. They don't want another Moses popping up, a random cat saying this ain't it, and the people saying, you know what? Yeah, this ain't it. They're stopping that existence through programming, man. What's your credentials? Who's your medical misinformation? You know, you talking about what? You shouldn't take what? Who are you to say that? Medical misinformation. The same people that used to take Jack Daniels and honey and cayenne pepper and have your ass take that with a cold, I tell you that you bugged out today because they got a medicine that'll help that do damn near the same thing. And if you take that Jack Daniels and all that, you ain't gonna come to us anymore. You ain't gonna come to these doctors and these hospitals.
Yeah.
All right, this is a big Disneyland of torture, man. You know, torture and imagination. It's all magic tricks,
Magic, yeah.
torture, manipulation. This ain't nothing but pimps. Car salesmen and lawyers, walking around Babylon, bro. That's all it is. You can't relax and be a decent human being in this place, because it's polluted. The corrupt communication. This place is full of corrupt communication. Just watching a fucking commercial. You want to get a master's in 1 year? Like, get the fuck out of here. It's like you will really get it, and then they say, "Oh, where you get your master's from?" "Oh, from DeVry University." It's like, "Oh man, we don't accept those." It's like, bro, but I spent $50,000 on this shit,
Right.
man. But it's like you dumb because you shouldn't get nobody gets a master's in 1 year, and you're like, I knew this, and it's like this is the society we're in.
Too
I got
good
a
to be true.
preset.
Give you
You
pride.
It's full of too good to be true. You want to win a lotto,
Right.
the existence of the lotto, the education in itself, stocks, when it could all be manipulated. Go ahead.
This Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, it don't get no better. Okay.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away."
Yeah, so he's gonna come crouching. He's gonna act like for the kids. It's for this. It's for that. And these dudes be doing all kind of stuff for adrenochrome. Talking about if you do something bad to a child, it's scientifically proven. First off, How the fuck is it scientifically proven? Huh? You had to been doing studies and messing with children to do that. And they know it's scientifically proven if you traumatize them between the age of 1 and 6, that they'll have a split personality. You know what I'm saying?
So
That
how many kids did you fuck with?
how many? Everybody. Lion King, they traumatize you with that, putting all kind of subliminal things in that. They traumatize you with, actual trauma. You know how your kids, how they program the parents to raise the kids. Violence. Okay, but they traumatize them the kids indirectly through the phones. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All kind of stuff you're seeing, man, and it creates a split personality.
Divorce. Breaking up the households.
It's Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." And as the brother was saying, it's like that's all you have within this place is everything is backwards. Everybody's shiesty. Everybody's janky. Everybody trying to get over it because the rulers, like it says in Sirach, the 10th chapter, So as the governor, so is the people, for lack of better word, roughly paraphrasing.
Yep.
You got that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Sirach chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so is his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
And that's why we are a product of this environment, because this is the environment that Esau has created.
Yeah, if the people are wicked, the king is wicked. Because there's no way the people are going to do what the king tells them to do and allows them to do. If you're against it, you would leave or create insurrection.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to let a king out here serve everybody ice cream every day and then be like, okay, what the king says and that's what we got to do. No, people say, I'm tired of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And they'll create insurrection.
Yeah.
So if America is just still running and y'all keep trying to blame things on the president, no, this whole place, this whole tree of wickedness is rooted, man.
Yep.
All right? But in what you were saying earlier, this is a connection. It says Hawaii passed a bill called HB, and it's fair use, HB 1118, that eliminates religious exemptions for those Jabberwockies. That means that all school-age children in Hawaii will now be required to be jabbed up, regardless of their family's religious beliefs. The bill was passed on February 7th, 2025.
Fuck your beliefs.
You
Yeah.
have no choice.
Because it used to be separating the church and state, and you had to respect people's religion, the freedom of That is getting, again, those mosquitoes. You're gonna get used to it. All right. Well, I used to remember back in the day we should ride without seatbelts and all that. Now you're only gonna be able to eat potatoes and water. And you're gonna love it.
Them 2 potatoes in that water.
Yeah, put 2 potatoes in that water. You're gonna be like, man, at least I got potatoes. You out here eating protein roach bars. They're trying to push that on a nigga. Talking about cockroaches got hella protein in it. I don't give a damn. How about protein? Nigga, not eating no roach, nigga.
Not at all.
You crazy? But Esau try anything, man. They'll eat it themselves just to tell you to eat it.
Just like they say.
Yum. You got cinnamon flavored roast bars and shit. Blueberry roast bars.
Yum.
Roach and raspberries.
Roach and raspberries.
Have some? No, man. Have some? No. I don't want any.
How about it, tell me?
Yeah, man. We're heading into a time where Esau is circling around and camping with these ideas. And let's get to the last precept, the devil coming down having great wrath. Let's get that real quick and we'll close it on that.
This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe be to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe means death and destruction. Okay?
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
And that devil is Esau, the Europeans. Mainly the people, the whore that ride up on the dragon. The dragon and the whore is the main devil that is being spoke on, because that's the main devil that is deceiving the world. That's the lies that's been poured out of that dragon's mouth. all right, that's controlling everything, that's dictating everything, that's NATO and the EU, okay? And that dragon is in control, really, of all the nations. They're in league, and they're bullying all the rest of these nations. But you got China and Russia that's opposed to it, but outside of that, they got everybody else under their thumb. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, they was pushing the alphabet agenda on Africa, but Africa ain't go for it because they was able to, you know, make leagues with China and Russia, man. And they was talking about cutting their payments, you know, spending millions. Had a guy came out, you know, because their tongue fell upon themselves, and now it's a Republican Democrat, and he's like, yeah, these Democrats are spending millions of dollars. He went down the list, man. $75,000 to go do a drag show off in Brazil. $17,000 to do this. And it's some random dumb stuff. They got $1 million for condoms and, you know, like, what are y'all doing? Meanwhile, people are poor on the side of the road and all that, and it don't make no sense to feed them because the money is just going to circle right back to us. But why are you helping fucking Ukraine? Mm-hmm. Why are you helping all these other countries? Because if they need help, that means they ain't going to do nothing but, the money ain't going to do nothing but flow right back to America anyway. So what's the concept? Nah, man. Esau always has a way of saying things that make sense to make it make sense so he could continue in his wickedness and his madness, man. At the end of the day, he wants to make leagues and he has vassal states and countries that work for him, and he has to come to their aid when they need help. Ain't no different from ancient times when Egypt had leagues with Israel, or Babylon and Syria had leagues with Israel. You're supposed to come fight at their call.
Yep.
Okay, that's all that is, man. And they're trying to paint it over with patriotism. Okay, it's all BS, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna keep helping Israel no matter what they do, because they have to. Okay, they're gonna go over there and help those Ukrainians because they have to. They're gonna help Europe because they have to. No matter what they do, they could send a bionuclear explosion off in Korea, and it could be wrong as hell. They're gonna help because they have to, and they're just gonna find a good reason why. And the simple ones that hasn't woken out of sleep, they're gonna say, yeah, they have to do that because they said that this happened, and then like, shut up, man. You put common sense. Let me do that to you and your family, and your process is different, man.
Exactly.
You know, they going, unless it's happening to them, they have all the common sense in the world, man. All right, let me go to your house, kick down your door, punch your mama in the face, and then tell you to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You know you're gonna want to do something. They've been over there messing with them Arabs for years, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Underlying things, and you just expect the people just to take that. Well, you should just walk off. Yeah, all right. You know, a man beating on a woman. Well, you shouldn't hit on that. On the, like Bill Burr said, under no circumstances, really. Nothing that you do don't deserve. Nah, bro. People do stuff to get beat on, man. Okay? But it's the democracy and the idea, the image of the beast that makes you think stupid, you know? So, yeah, man, with that being said, we're going to give all praises
Unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Machakadash.
Double honors to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching in the nurture truth sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.